I know that when I was first looking at colleges, I had a long list of places, and what I really had to do was sit down and be like, you know, where could I really envision myself? And in order to do that, you really have to go experience that place first on. So when I came to Ohio State, at first I was like, you know, this school is too big. Like, there's just too many people here. I was like, I'll just get lost, and I don't want to be lost in this crowd. And when I got here, I took a tour, and my tour guide was just walking around showing us everything, and everything looked really nice. And then a few people, she would just pass all these people, and they would just be like, oh, hi, how are you doing? OH. And they're like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while since that class, you know, how you been? And I'm like, you know, this place really must not be that big if everyone can recognize, like, my one tour guide out of, you know, the 60,000 people that go here. I'm like, so it might not be that bad. I definitely participated in Preface, and what it is you come in, I think, for 6 weeks, and you take a math class, physics, engineering class, and math, and all sorts of things you would be experiencing your very first year. And you do this with about, I would say, 20, 30 other people, which is wonderful. I didn't really realize how wonderful Preface was till after it was over. Back in summer 2008, I had an internship with General Mills, where I worked as a quality intern. And one of the great parts of my job, probably the best part, was I got to do a lot of taste testing of the yogurt. I worked in the Yoplait plant, so I got to taste all the flavors, and there actually is a reason behind it. You have to make sure you have the right amount of flavor and the right color, the right composition with everything. But I had a really great time in the internship. I got that through the National Society of Black Engineers, NSBE, a group that I'm very actively involved with here on campus. Initially, I didn't quite see the connection to my internship and then my coursework, but now that I'm a fourth-year senior, I definitely see the connection now, because I'm taking an engineering economics class, and my boss back at General Mills would be talking about, you know, like capital investments and time lost to labor and things like that, and all that stuff is now coming out in my coursework. Some of the organizations I'm involved in, I'm in the National Society of Black Engineers, NSBE, and I'm also in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Some characteristics I think that really make a great engineer is the fact you really just have to have a work ethic. You just have to want to get the work done. You know how to schedule your time, manage your time, and you definitely have to be curious. You know, you need to ask questions so you make sure you understand the entire problem before you just start doing it. You know, you don't really need to be like an Albert Einstein to major in engineering, because I'm definitely not Albert Einstein. You know, before I even got to college, I never took calculus before. You know, it was really crazy when I spoke to some people, because they're like, you're like, oh, I took AP calculus and I know everything. And I'm like, well, I really don't know anything about that subject. And I came in, and, you know, the professors were great. I had office hours to go to. There's the MSLC tutoring center I was at all the time, and I did great in math. Now I'm a calculus tutor, so everything worked out. So don't think you have to be the smartest person ever to do this major. It's definitely possible.